everyone. My name is Tammy Fuqua, and I am the pastor over at Holy Angels Catholic Church and also a member of the Maria Magdalene Society Advisory Board. And I'm here to do an interview with Maria Budgett, who is from Holy Trinity. And I'm going to pass it to her for a little bit of an introduction of her own.
Well, thank you, Mother Tammy. And yes, my name is Maria Budgett, and I am over at Holy Trinity in Long Beach. And there I oversee the youth group. Uh, and I also teach Sunday school and let's see, what else do I do there? I do a little bit of everything around Holy Trinity, to be honest. And I'm really happy to be here.
As I say, you wear many hats over there, Maria. I've seen you in action at Holy Trinity, and I know that you do quite a bit. Now, tonight we are meeting because I want to say if this is not the largest award for Mary Magdalene Society, it is probably pretty close to it. So tell us a little bit about you. Have received awards in the past, grants in the past, but this one was over $5,000. So just wanted to kind of catch up with you to see how this went this last year, what you did with the grant, anything you can give me information on about the grants.
Sure. Yeah, we have been very blessed to be recipients of the grant in the years previous, and I think that I don't know if this was the largest that went out, but this is the largest that we have received, and we're very grateful for that. Um, so, as you know, our youth group meets twice a week. I'm sorry, twice a month. Um, Both times we give them a full-on meal. It's not just a little snack, but we make sure that they have a full-on meal. Um, and we provide a lesson plan uh, with a dynamic on the first one that meets the first Thursday of every month. And then the second one is kind of like a random day where it's like a small lesson with like an outing. This year we've gone to the movies. Well, not this year, last year. We went to the movies, we went to the beach, uh, we went to the escape room, golf and stuff. We've gone out for ice cream. Uh, Even though this was a large amount of money, I can tell you that just like on food alone in our two meetings that we do, we spend a good maybe $3,000 on just that alone.
First of all, oops, sorry.
So sorry. I just got over pneumonia, so I'm at the tail end of
Oh,
it.
goodness. Yeah, I'm glad you're at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Remind us about how many members you have in your youth group, because that will also give people an indication, why you might have received a larger grant.
I have anywhere between 30 to 40 kids that come on any given time.
Hmm.
Um, and this, I would say that probably, I can't remember the exact month. I'm going to say maybe September. Our youth group is now meeting once a week. And so what we do is we're doing Bible study. And in our Bible study, we also have a good between 15 to 22 people who come every week. So there we only give snacks and coffee. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it has expanded. Uh, then we had actually asked for this grant so that I can take the kids to Disneyland. And that's something we're doing this Saturday.
Oh, yay. Okay. That's great.
Yeah. We also did a fundraising and we did a harvest festival, like a trunk and treat sort of thing. That went well. We've had Friendsgiving, we've had a Christmas party for them. We also celebrated the kids who graduated last year. Um, and in February, we're going to be doing a mini retreat. And I'm saying mini because it's only going to be like a 1 day. They get to stay at the cabin for 1 day.
Okay.
Uh, and so they're looking forward to that. So
Yeah.
that's like the things that we've done so far with the money.
That's actually quite a bit of activities. I mean, it
Yeah.
sounds like you're really stretching the funds as far as they could go.
I'm very frugal.
Well, it's smart because in that way you can take advantage of more things,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I'm so excited to hear about Disneyland, and I say that because I know Disneyland is not a cheap place to go, and I imagine there probably are quite a few of the kids that are going that have never been to Disneyland.
This
Um,
is true.
yeah.
Yeah, they're very excited.
Yeah, I think we take for granted like, oh, we live so close, we could go to Disneyland or, other places, but when it with it being an expensive venture, it could be,
Yes.
hard to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's great that you have shown how much you could do with the money. And I mean, just one of those events could have taken all that money. So the fact that you did so many things I mean, the 1 day retreat to the cabin, that is, a feat in itself too. So now I know that I was saying this year, but yet you're right. This was last year's grant that you
Mhm.
received, and now this year, 2026, Synod is coming up, and I was just wondering if there was any thought on perhaps maybe applying again for a grant and maybe taking some of the kids from your church to Synod this year in Minnesota.
And that would be a great idea. That's actually a really good idea. And we have talked about going there, but I didn't think about actually doing a grant to be able to go there. So that's a really good idea. And I do plan on applying for another grant this year. Uh, and I do know that we do have some kids who are thinking of going into clergy. So I think this would be a wonderful experience for them.
That would be wonderful. I mean, just for them to be able to see the experience of what happens at Synod would be an amazing, uh, venture for them to, go to another state, Minnesota. I'm actually very excited to go to Minnesota myself because I've wanted to go there for quite some time. And it would be great to be able to see your kids there interacting with other clergy members and other lay people, learning the process of what happens at an ACC Synod. So I wish you lots of luck on the grant so then that way I can see this in action.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Yeah, it would be great. Well, Maria, I think we've covered the grant and like the possible grant ahead, and I wish you lots of luck in the future with your God is Great group. I love the name for sure. So, but yeah, I think it would be a fantastic 2026 to come.
Thank you so much. I did want to tell you something that I know that for my last grant, there was a contingency that we had to do some kind of training. And we never really got like the proper place to go for these trainings. So I don't really know where I stand there, but I did want to say that through my job, because I work at a community college, I do have to go through like sexual harassment training, that kind of thing for Title IX and all that. And at the church, every year we have kind of like the same people come over because sometimes we have like a new kids, right, that come into our groups. So we do have the Wolf company that comes in and they do a full-on training on what to do, like if somebody was overdosing on fentanyl or on drugs. So they do train us on that. And we also have somebody who comes in for CPR. So they train us on that as well. So I just kind of want to throw that out there. We do have that kind of training, and I would be able to get like letters from those people with the people because you know how they have a sign in.
Sure.
But as far as like the training that they actually wanted, I never really got like an accurate information as to where. So I did want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I think that was something that I was hearing through the grapevine that they were trying to find like more information to be able to
Yeah.
give to people that because I think that was one of the main things for last year was that all youth group grants that you needed to take this training and that yet I don't think that they had a referral for the training, but definitely I think more to come on that. Maybe we'll
Yes.
try to dig a little bit further to try to find out that information.
Okay, perfect.
But for anybody who's watching the video, if you are thinking about applying for a youth group grant, you do have to have special training and I think also a background check, if memory serves me correctly, for the youth group grants. So that's a good thing to bring up for anyone who's watching, so they can have that information as well.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, Maria, thank you so much for your time and also for letting everyone know how you were using the grant. And we wish you lots of success for Holy Trinity and the group and also for any future grants.
Thank you, Mother Tammy. And it was great seeing you.
It was great seeing you too, Maria. Thanks so much.
Bye bye now.
Bye.